What happens when a Silicon Valley software philosophy crashes headfirst into the laws of physics? In the tech world, the rule is simple: move fast and break things. If an app has a bug, you launch it anyway and patch it later in an overnight update. The inconvenience is a little user complaint. But when you apply that same logic to a 120 kg mechanical scooter traveling at an 80 kilometers per hour speed, breaking things can cost human lives. This is the story of Ola Electric S1, a classic example of a company using hyper-aggressive marketing as a shield to hide an under-delivered product. For S1, Ola bypassed years of traditional automotive testing. They took a European scooter prototype called Itergo, designed for flat, cool streets, but rushed it into mass production for India's brutal potholes and extreme summer heat. No stress tests, no endurance tests, nothing at all.
Solve climate change, we have to get away from this vehicular pollution.
They sold the idea of ending the petrol era and generated massive artificial FOMO with their cheap 499 rupee bookings. The actual product was deeply unfinished. Early buyers received vehicles that were completely stripped off of the software features that were promised in the ads, and they labeled them as coming soon. In software, a glitch means a frozen app which can lead to a little user inconvenience, right? But in a safety regulated hardware industry, it meant digital locks that were freezing and trapping users outside their own vehicles in emergency. It also meant software bugs that suddenly activated the reverse mode at maximum throttle. Imagine that, while it was moving forward and violently throwing the riders off. Most catastrophically, it meant an under-engineered single-sided front fork suspension that literally snapped off the chassis mid-ride, sending owners to the ICU. And how did Ola react? They used their marketing shield again. They blamed the rider error. They called it an isolated incident. And when they finally replaced their weak parts nationwide, they called it a voluntary upgrade. But you know what? Marketing can only outrun engineering for so long, because Ola chose a direct to customer, which is a D2C online model, and bypassed traditional dealerships. They lacked the physical infrastructure to fix what they had broken. So when thousands of scooters failed simultaneously, they were hit with an avalanche of 80,000 customer complaints a month. Service centers had become graveyards. Regulators had stepped in, accusing them of data whitewashing, right? And their market share had plummeted. The ultimate lesson of the Ola S1 is very clear. Your hype marketing can manufacture a massive launch, get you all the bookings, but only engineering can sustain a business. You know, a code can be patched, but hey, physics does not negotiate. Could have they better leveraged their CAP service aggregator authority? Do let me know in the comments below.